All right. So this is gonna be me kind of doing like a blend here. I'm gonna be talking about like the in-world effect of quirks, but at the same time, I'm also going to be so it's gonna be almost like an everything you need to know beginner guides to the quirk system. I'm just going off the show. Read a good bit of the manga. I've done my own little bit of research. So if I miss anything, let me know. It's not all. I don't have every single wording per se accurate. But so first things first, what is a quirk? Quirk is DNA or genetically modified human being in a sense. So after a lot of time happening, apparently a glowing baby said "gaga goo goo," and then everyone got powers. Long story, keep it nice and short, simple, straight to the point, peeps. So we are going to talk about that, right? Now let's just talk about where quirks can be. Quirks can be emitters, Todoroki, Bakugo. We got enhancement quirks. We got like enhancement quirks or quirks that alter the user. Basically, it's almost like a transformation. We got Kirishima for that one. We have Sugar Rush. I don't know what that dude's name is for real, but hey bro, he can bake a cake, dog. Then we got mutations, right? Quartergiri, Slug Villain, um, Tomiyami, Komatama. Oh, my dyslexia. The bird dude, but that inherently has nothing to do with his quirk. So, okay, so emitters, basically simple. I'm able to use my power to project something outwards. Okay? Very, very simple. Nothing bad about that one because you won't know what it is until I use it. Now, unless it, causes damage, like for example, Endeavor, if he has burnt marks, you can make the presumption and assumption he might have a flame or a heat-based like quirk. Cool. We got enhanced, transformation like type like quirks, right? Where if Kirishima flexes, he's gonna get extra hard. Someone make a joke, I dare you to. But so we got stuff like that, right? Where everything's chilling, not too much, You won't know unless I show you. I can always change it, okay? Now then we have mutations, right? Where, for example, Floppy, okay? She has a mutation. She can't turn her quirk off. It's always active. Now, in her given context, she just looks, a little more frog-like. But like, I'm not gonna say anything, but you can make presumptions of what I'm about to say, since we're talking about her. That tongue, though. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, every time I remember the first time and every time after the since, I'm just like seasoned. I'm just like. Breathe, inwards, inner peace. But anyways, on to more legitimate matters. So her quirk is always active, right? Not a big deal. Cool, it's just a frog. But now let's talk about the the stigma behind certain quirks and how this society is, okay? So society is pretty much simple. If you don't have a cool looking quirk, or if it's not air quote hero-like, which is almost kind of like racist but quirkist, okay? Where, it doesn't look cool and it's not like, oh, that'll protect me. Like if you had a light quirk, it's flashy, it's light, everyone likes light, ooh. But if you had a darkness quirk, whoa, scary. If you had a quirk that brainwashes people, villain, evil, bad. Now, I know I'm saying it almost like it's elementary, but that's kind of the whole premise of the society. Even on season 1 or whatever, when Kirishima was talking, he was like, nah, bro, Deku got a pretty nice quirk there, bro. I mean, I got a quirk, it can beat up baddies, but I don't know, man. I think it might be hard becoming a hero with, without that flashiness. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So, with this being said, if you got a quirk, a mutation quirk that makes you look like a villain, you're gonna look goofy. You're gonna look silly. Because if you want to be a hero, people already look at you as you're the worst thing in the world. That's why a lot of the time, If y'all remember the USJ attack, or anytime some type of villain comes into play, if you look carefully, a lot of them have a mutation quirk where they're already, look kind of evil, or they look mean. Sludge villain, for example. You think he had a good childhood growing up, being a sludge thingy majing? Do you, especially even in the movie, God forbid you have like an animal like quirk and it's like maybe 2 or 1 or something. Okay. And also, let's talk about Toki, the dude with Dark Shadow. So, if I remember correctly, which I can always be corrected on, he has a mutation and his quirk, but his quirk doesn't do, his mutation has nothing to do with his quirk, right? He has a bird head. That has nothing to do with his quirk, okay? But his quirk itself is Dark Shadow. So if he has a kid, his kid's gonna have a bird head and whatever the other person has, but it's not inherent that he'll have anything similar to like Dark Shadow or something like that. So, how would you feel if you had a bird head and you had a weird quirk? Like, I don't know, let's make it like you can make small objects move for something. You got a bird head and you can move small objects. You want to be a hero. God forbid you look like a demon-like bird, or like you have an exceeding feature like your eyes are extra wide and red or something to that weird effect, right? Be kind of bad, wouldn't it? So that's that one thing. Like we got to take a deeper dive when we're looking into that. And then on top of that, oh, God forbid me for saying this, but we have to go balls deep with the prediction is here and not in, looking into it. So that's one thing. We got to look at that standpoint. We also got to look at the flashier quirks. Transformation quirks, they're pretty cool, pretty simple. I could turn it on and off. Like that one invisible girl, she can't turn her quirk off. So what happened when she was little? Like there's so many questions I have about that one, bro. So she's walking in a room and she doesn't have any clothes on. Someone walks in. Or people can't use their quirks normally, right? So what happens when you can't turn your quirk off? Will you just get arrested? Stop using your quirk. My tail's always on fire. What? Huh? What are you... My quirk, it's literally just me being on fire at all times. I can't turn it off. You're getting arrested. Get out. What am I supposed to do? Transformations are kind of like the hybrid thing, right? You're able to do all this type of stuff and you can turn it right off. So even if you turn into like a demon or something weird, you can turn it off and be like, my people, I'm here for y'all and y'all alone. I only have this appearance to protect. So you can manage with that. Or if you got an emitter, kind of like quirk, you shoot stuff out. Cool. You might be able to control it. You might have a resistance, all that good jazz. So that's my quick rundown of like how the quirk system works. But generally speaking, if it's not a flashy quirk, goodbye. That's why a lot of the different stuff, if you rewatch it or just remember watching it, that's why a lot of the stuff is the way it is. Because if you don't got some cool looking quirk or you don't got something that's impressive, get out. Bakugo, praise, cool. Deku, quirkless, get out. All Might, praise, cool, stay. Magneto, I think that's his dude name. The dude with the little balls on his head, right? His quirk, not flashy, not nothing impressive. Now, if they could explode, hey, we're getting somewhere. That might be kind of cool. But just throwing balls that are sticky, even though when I get into his character analysis for season 1, that's going to be its own episode, okay? But that's nothing. That's weak. Todoroki, flame and ice? Oh, come on in. Momo, creation, literally could be god of the universe if she was rolling a little differently, but that's okay. I don't think that's really her role. But, man, invisible, I tell. You know how mad I'd be, bro? If I was like, yeah, bro, we can't wait for my quirk to come in. Yeah. But I mean, he had a mutation, so I think his tail was always there. But just go along with the joke before I end the video. He's like, yeah, I can't wait to become a hero. Dude wakes up one day. He's like, oh, what's this behind me? Whoa, why is it on me? Oh, it's a tail. Okay, all right. So I just gotta wait for my quirk. Oh no, this is my quirk. So okay, cool beans. I'm able to do stuff slightly different. I have a tail with hair on it. I would just look at it. Just be like, so I got a tail. While people are able to shoot lasers out of their eye, control water, punch a moon, punch the sky and change the weather. I got a godforsaken I'd be almost upset. I mean, I would be trending regardless if I had a quirk or not, but that's its own episode. But bro, you got a tail for a quirk. Good luck. Like my video, please. I'm gonna go play Brawl or something. Oh, I don't know yet.